Can you talk a little bit about the I'm sure at a later stage here we'll get into the weeds a little bit more on it, but like the supplement industry, what was your introduction to that and what pulled you in that direction?
That was so interesting. So I was in a large Fortune 100 food industry, and then I became curious about supplements because I went into clinical practice while I was working at the food company. So I started to again, get into health and just realizing that it was multifaceted. And I started moonlighting and kind of on weekends, I would start to work at a clinic. And at this clinic, I worked with a psychiatrist, a chiropractor, and it was me. And I
Mm,
noticed that the chiropractor was using supplements, which, in school, I didn't really get a lot of training on supplements. I mean, keep in mind, I went to school in the 1990s
mhm,
and it was all about, food. And at that time, it was all about functional foods like adding lutein to prune juice and talking about eye health. But there really wasn't this groundswell of dietary supplements in quite the same way that we see today. So at that time, I was kind of curious. They were using a lot of metagenics products. And then Greg Peterson, who was a rep for the metagenics line of products through Nutridyne, he basically said, Deanna, I think you need to go see a seminar with Jeff Bland. I think you would really like him. And so I didn't even know who Jeff Bland was. I
mhm.
went to go see a seminar from Jeff Bland. Jeff Bland, for those of you listening, is the father of functional medicine, quite a charismatic speaker, synthesizer of information. And it was like, whoa, what just happened? That was so fascinating. So then I realized that Jeff Bland was connected to a company, to Metagenics, and he also had this health com company that he had started. And so in 2003, I decided, hey, I think I'm going to go work with Jeff Bland. So I was on the research and development team with Dr. Bland and the other scientists there back in May 2003 is when I started. And I was there for like 10 years.